Most times in discussing the subject of the flesh, what we men of God do, and that extends to fathers in their families, leaders generally, is that we line up all the attributes of the flesh and find the ones that we are guilty of. Then we exempt them in our discussion. So if I have a problem, are we together now? Yes. If you have a problem with stealing and money, and you have collected money from politicians, when I'm hammering on the issue of flesh, I will nicely dodge away the issue of corruption and lash out on things like immorality and the rest and say, be a person of character. When you are training people to be men and women who die to the flesh, there has to be a holistic capture of everything that needs to fall off until people become people of spiritual stature. Are we together now? Very important. It's a mistake that we make, and it's not because we are bad. It's just that sometimes we are weak as men. So when you have an issue, maybe issue of morality and whatever, when you are dealing with issues of flesh, you will hit issues of pride, issues of bribery, and just brush away the weightier matters. That is how many people have been addressing the issue of the flesh. That is why believers have not been empowered to deal with it. Watch this. Many of you here are virologists, microbiologists. How do you deal when they say a virus or a disease is out? What do? You don't run away from it. The first thing you do, medical science teaches us that you isolate that whatever it is. Am I right on that? And you begin to study its operation. You now study, if this is a virus, how does it work in the human body? Now you begin to learn how it works, and sometimes you can now use several parameters to come up with an antidote. Running away from the reality of that virus will not cure it. When the pandemic came, many people were, as much as we were having social distance, there were people who were close to the COVID themselves. They had to be close to it to come up with a vaccine. Is someone learning now? So just talking about the issues of the flesh and running away from it without examining the intrinsic nature of man and looking at a scriptural solution that provides victory, we will only be programming casualties again and again and again. The Bible already comes to the conclusion, to the hearing of all, that man, unassisted by God, has tendencies you are not even aware of.